What's up guys, JTails here for another DBFZ FighterZ video, and I'm very excited to be talking about Adult Gohan because he's my anchor actually on my main team, and I think he's such a good character. I think he's one of the best characters in the game right now, along with Kid Buu, along with Goku Black and a few others. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about some of the strategies and some of the things you want to employ with him. I think the first thing you want to notice is that he has a standing light, right? So if your opponent is not blocking low and you're standing, you can hit him low and get your combo, right? And then you can continue from there. But the reason this is important is because most characters have to crouch to kind of like get a low hit, but Gohan doesn't. So it can create mix-up opportunities because people are going to think that you're going to go high or you're going to go for an overhead because you're standing up. So they're less likely to react to the low hit than if you were someone else that traditionally has to crouch to do a low hit, right? So that's really, really good about him. What I also want to talk about is unleashing his potential, right? You're probably wondering what this is, what does it do, why is it good? So at first, I want to show you some of Gohan's moves, and then I'll show you what happens after you unleash potential. So let's talk about his quarter circle back, and then any punch, right? So this move right here is actually an overhead. And if you do the medium version, it will home to the opponent as far as it can. It doesn't go full screen. Even if you EX it, it won't go full screen. But right, the medium one will always try to go towards his back, right? So it's an overhead cross up, meaning he has to block high and he has to block behind him. Right? See how it goes behind? Now, if we do the light one, it will always go in front of him. Right? So that's an overhead, and it just hits in the front. So the reason this is so strong is because you can do things like call an assist, right? So even if they block Gohan, they still have to block the assist and they're still under pressure. It just leads for creative setups like that. Call your assist, go for it. And it's very ambiguous, right? You don't know which one's going to hit first. I don't even know which one's going to hit first. Now, the thing about this is that it doesn't actually give you anything. It doesn't combo into anything, except for level... Well, I think it combos into super, actually. Right? So you'll get some damage, right? Or it also combos into level 3, just FYI. Oops. The timing is very strict on it, though. There we go. So in the event that you need the raw damage, I would say go for it. Otherwise, just set up, right? Just get the knockdown, right? And then set up for another like pressure situation in which they're locked down and they don't know what wake-up option you're going to cover. So that's why it's good, because also another reason it's good, let me show you right here, it's actually set the computer to guard all, right? So I could be doing a pressure string and then out of nowhere I can kind of link it into my overheads, which is really strong because it's hard to react to all together, especially if you do the cross-up one, and especially if you EX it, right? You just do the fast one, it can be really hard to kind of react on the fly. You can also cancel into chase. Granted, it can be beat out by crouching heavy, so you do want to be careful with that. Right, so you can do pressure strings like that, and off of this you can actually teleport, which is added pressure and just really, really tough to deal with. So that's something you guys want to consider. Now let's talk about his quarter circle forward moves. One being an uppercut, which I believe has invincibility on startup. Another one that he does 2 hits and then the uppercut. And then the EX version is just a stronger version of all that, right? So, and then in the air, he actually does get lightning legs, like Chun-Li. And you can actually continue mashing the button to extend this. Same thing with the EX version. And this actually leads into a pressure string, in which you can jump out of, you can you can air dash out of, right? So I wanted to... Right, see that air dash? So it just leads to extra pressure if you can get them in the corner. You can do EX lightning legs, dash, and go for more overheads, or EX lightning legs, dash, go for a grab, right? There's a lot of pressure tools that you have. And finally, one of his most important moves is down and special. So what this allows you to do is, you can get a combo, send them up, send them down, and then you fast fall and get your level 3. Right, and that was just like a really basic combo. But the purpose of this move is to get back down to the ground faster. If you do it in the corner, you can actually combo into your level 1. So depending on their positioning, you can always combo into level 1 or level 3 with the fast fall, which is just down and X, or down and special in the air. Right? So that's really useful too. And the other reason this is useful is, let me show you. Remember we talked about at the beginning his standing light being really, really good. So when you get someone in the corner, you can do things like this, right? So most of the time when an opponent jumps in the air, you know they're gonna go high, right? They can't go low because they're in the air. But with Gohan, you can mix people up, right? You can act like you're gonna go high, go low, and then you do your standing light. And it just kind of throws people off if you do stuff like that. They don't know which way to block actually, and then you can do your standing light, and it's just a really good way to open people up and pressure them. Alternately, you can go for your overhead at the same time, but remember, it causes a hard knockdown, so you want to be careful. I would recommend his forward medium as an overhead if you have an assist out, because if you use the forward medium, right, they're going to get hit, and then Vegeta assist, or whoever your assist is going to continue hitting them, and then you can confirm your combo. But if you use this overhead, they're going to just get slammed to the ground, and you're going to get no combo, no follow-up. So keep that in mind. So let's talk about his unlocked potential. So when you unlock Gohan's potential, he actually gains a attack buff and a speed buff. And the properties of his moves change after level 1. And I'll demonstrate that right now. Right? So right now I'm level 1 Mystic Gohan. And now if I do quarter circle back with medium punch, I actually teleport over to my opponent. I teleport, meaning I have a full screen cross-up overhead. So when people want to, you know, play the neutral and shoot projectiles like Kamehamehas, you can always just teleport over to them, get your level 3 if you want, or just get the punish, right? And it's a free teleport that you don't have to spend a meter for, right? It's not Vanish. Vanish is different. It wastes a meter and you can combo off of it. But this is just a lot harder to react to and a lot faster. So that move becomes exponentially better. Lightning legs are still the same aside from more damage, and his other moves are also still the same aside from more damage. So you're probably asking, well, what else is different about Mystic Gohan at this level than anything else? Well, it's just his attack and his speed, and that one move actually changes properties. Now, let's talk about level 7 Mystic Gohan. And just so you guys know, you can hold down the button to use all 7 meters and power him up in one shot. However, you cannot combo into this. You won't get the hit. Right, so let's put him in the corner. See that? And he's able to block because the animation just takes way too long. So you want to be careful with this. If you want to get the damage in, just do it once and power up by 1 level. But yeah, so if you just hold down the R2 button, you can actually power up all 7 levels. And 7 is the maximum level for Mystic Gohan. It's where he has the most damage and the most speed increase overall. And if you pair this with Sparking, Mystic Gohan becomes, look at that damage, one of the strongest characters in the game. right? That's almost 6,000 off of a basic combo. Crazy. But this is, once again, this is with Sparking and with level 7 Mystic Gohan. So when he's at level 7, he's a lot more powerful, a lot faster. Look how fast he is. So your mix-ups and your overheads are really, really, you want to look for overhead, instant air dash, heavy, and pressure whip assist, because you're so fast that it's hard to kind of react to what he's going to do. The final property of Mystic Gohan, level 7, is that all his moves chain into each other. What do I mean by that? That means in an air combo, I can do heavies into light. Whoops. I can actually chain heavies into lights. And not, I don't need to go light, medium, heavy. I can go medium, heavy, light. Like, I can do whatever I want with this character. Meaning, his combo potential actually becomes through the roof. It's actually insane. While I haven't experimented with using the heavy button in the middle of level 7 Mystic Gohan combos, I will be making an advanced combo tutorial with Mystic Gohan once I internalize all these combos and kind of learn his setups and his strategies. But mainly, I'm looking for that crouching medium from neutral to try to land this so that I can do it into standing medium, and then I jump cancel the standing medium into light, medium, light, and then I launch my opponent up with down heavy. Then I chase, light, medium, light, jump, light, medium, light, and then heavy again, which smashes them down to the ground. And then I fast fall using down special, and then I usually go for a level 3, or if it's in the corner, I'll go for a level 1. Depending on the situation, I might need more damage, I'll probably just go for a level 3. But that's pretty much my game plan with this character. I'm looking for air dash mediums, air dash heavies, to try and just get in and apply the pressure, combo into the air, launch him down, go for the level 3, and just go for the regular series. Grab, tag somebody in, and then set up for it again, which is really strong. And then maybe this time you want to go for the Kamehameha, right? And now when they're at like low health, you know they're gonna tag, right? So I usually just kind of sit back and wait for them to tag in their next teammate, and then when they do, I crouching heavy them and I repeat again and go for that combo. As well as Sparking Mystic Gohan. It's really, I want you to check out these instant overheads. See those instant overheads right there? So I just like super dash, boom, boom, and you can get 2 jabs. And then you get a low as soon as you touch the ground. So Sparking Mystic Gohan is super strong and definitely a force to be reckoned with. Also important to note that you can jump cancel any normal with most characters actually, but it works a lot better with Mystic Gohan. So when I'm pressuring someone in the corner, right, and I know they're looking for crouching heavy, sometimes I'll just like medium their block, double jump, right, and then they'll crouching heavy and I'll come down with another attack. So I think this is also pretty strong. And then you can combo off of this hit, you can combo into crouching medium, standing medium, jump cancel, light, medium, light, down heavy, chase, light, medium, light, double jump cancel, light, medium, heavy, which smacks them down to the ground, down, special, and then you can level 3 or use your level 1. So it depends on how you like to play. He also has a retreating projectile in the air with A, which is pretty good for escaping situations. He also does have a beam, Masenko, and you can't really do it in the air, so there's that. But he also has this projectile, which is pretty fast and hard to see coming, and you actually do get a follow-up if you teleport afterward. You just have to make sure it's on the hit, right? And then you can get your usual combo. But you have to be mindful of your screen positioning for this because sometimes you'll get tripped up after they wall bounce. See, and then you can get your air series there, you can get a level 3, whatever you want to do. But this is really fast, and it's nearly full screen. So it's really good, especially if you want to confirm into Banish. And yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys, as far as Mystic Gohan goes. Or Adult Gohan, if you want to call him that. And yeah, guys, let me know in the comments who you would want to see next, and what other types of topics you'd want me to talk about. I'm probably going to cover Vegeta next since he's my other most known character, and I've already been dabbling with Piccolo and a few others in training mode, and I'm going to take them into ranked actually tonight to try and learn more about them in combat, to then be able to make better videos for you guys. So if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys next time.